YouTube, what's up guys? Drew Holmes here, back again with another little video for you guys. I'm in my home here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You guys haven't been to Pittsburgh, it's the best city. And it didn't always used to be the best city, but I think it's a really good city if you are considering a city that has a lot of good restaurants, a lot of good small businesses, a ton of community vibe. It's just a city that stands behind one another. So, you get to Pittsburgh and I think that you'll like the people here. But I want to shoot you guys a video because how you do one part of your life is going to completely affect the other part of your life. And what I mean by that is if one thing is out of whack, I've been working with a couple of different coaches. If one is like on the headspace side, my mental coach, what I call my executive coach is really my mental coach. If I'm talking to her, I'm working on certain things that are going to also affect me on the sales side. And I have my sales coach over here, and I have my mentor over here, and they're helping me with different things. But the problem is it's very difficult, for me. Once I get one thing going really well, I get this thing going over here, then this starts to slip over here, and I got to run back over here and rescue what's going on over here. It's like health, maybe. Health and money and, happiness and, energy levels. All these different things are changing constantly. And as you're growing and evolving, your life's changing, your surroundings are changing. But one thing that you can keep consistent that I've learned is sleep, who you spend time around, and what you put in your body. So what do you eat? Who are you talking to? And what kind of shit are you putting into your mind? What's going into your head? And, ultimately, what are you doing with your body? How are you moving? Are you exercising? Are you moving around enough? Are you eating well enough, good enough food that's giving you energy instead of taking energy away? I didn't realize how important energy levels are to being a super high level successful person because, it's that 11th hour. It's that time when it's the last, 10 yards you got to run. It's the ninth inning. It's the last pitch, runners on first and second, and you're up to bat. It's that last, hour of the day, or maybe it's the first hour of the day for you, depending on who you are. For me, I have problems with the first hour because I'm not even fully, my head's not awake. I'm not completely there. And anybody that knows me knows I'm not a morning person. But I've just started trying to get out of bed earlier, trying to just get my day started earlier, try to crack the whip on myself. And it's not easy, and I'm not good at it. But on the flip side, at the end of the day, it's hard to stop me. I don't want to go to sleep. I got 1,000 things that I want to do with my life, and they're all floating through my head at the end of the night. So, look at all the different areas of what you're doing, not just the business side, not just money, not just fitness. Like you see these guys that are incredibly jacked, but they're almost to the point where they're so obsessed with that they don't even care about the money side, or they do care, but they don't have time to focus on it because they're too heavy loaded on one thing. So the key is, I'm not saying try to balance everything, but in a way, what you're trying to do is make sure that you're not just neglecting one area. Like if you're really healthy, you're not neglecting the money side because that's also going to affect your health. Remember, if you don't have money, how can you buy healthy food? How can you get the right trainers? How can you get the right advice? How can you go to the spa? How can you live a more healthy life? How can you even go to the doctors and get prescriptions done? I gotta let my dog in here. How do you make that happen? So, all of this is going to be a function of one thing affecting the other. So if one part of your business is out of whack or one part of your life is out of whack, the rest of it's out of whack. I don't know where my dog went. This is the back patio. And got to clean it up back here, but pretty cool little space. Definitely excited about, get the sun out of my eyes. Definitely excited about being here in the new house. Getting to, meet some new people around here, start a new life. And recently I took on baseball coaching. So if you can do things that scare the shit out of you, go for it, do it. And what I mean by that is anything that you're afraid to do that is good for you. take action, make it happen, and do it, because that's what I'm doing with baseball coaching. You think I want to coach a bunch of 8-year-old kids? You think I'm not scared to do that? Well, you're wrong, or you're right, whichever you said. I'm definitely afraid to do it. Come here, Enzo. So, back to the basics. There's different pillars, and Tai Lopez talks about this: health, wealth, love, and happiness. But what he doesn't talk a lot about is that if one area is out, the rest of it's whacked out. Maybe he does, but it's something that I've really latched onto over the past 6 months to a year and gotten, a lot out of it. What's wrong, buddy? You guys want to meet my puppy Enzo? I got a little Yorkie. My kids want another dog. So, we're making it happen out here in Pittsburgh, and I hope you guys are doing well. You're killing it in business. Whatever you're selling, let me know what you're selling, because, what works in one business may not necessarily work in another, but typically the stuff that I'm talking about works in any area. So it's not just in, professional B2B sales. This could work in individual sales, one-to-one. It could work in direct selling. There's a number of things that you could do that I'm teaching and I'm talking about that I've learned that will directly result in more income for you or your company. So take this stuff seriously, because I joke around. I like to show off a little bit of shoes and stuff like that. That's just kind of who I am. But when it comes down to it, it doesn't define who I am. This house doesn't define who I am. What defines me is the type of person that I am, how I am to my kids, how I treat my wife. What do I do with my coworkers, my employees, my team members? How am I treating the people around me and the people that have really had my back from day one? That's what makes me the type of person that I am. So, I know you guys are the same way. You're following the channel. Make sure you're subscribed, because if you're not, you're never going to catch up on some of these videos. I'm shooting them out very fast. So subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want to see what's new. But I can promise you there's going to be some heat coming out to you guys. And it's all going to be in the form of me just talking to you like friend to friend. I'm not doing any fancy, intros, no catchy intros. Because that's not, I don't have time for that yet. Actually, that's an excuse. I do have time for it. It's not that important to me at this point. But if you guys start showing some interest, maybe that will change a little bit. I need a little bit of motivation. So hit that like button, subscribe, share this with a friend, and let me know what's up, guys. All right, I'll see you soon.